I'm Campbell Fleming. I'm the global head of distribution for Standard Life Aberdeen, based in London, and I've been with the group pre-merger.
Thanks for that, Campbell. So I wanted to ask you if you're able to provide a bit of an update as to where things stand since the merger occurred, going on, I guess, a couple of years ago since that was all announced, and the sorts of milestones that you've been ticking off.
Yep, great. So almost 2 years old on the 14th of August of this year. So the integration's been big, complex, sometimes difficult, but it's progressing well now. Our investment teams, our distribution teams are fully integrated, pretty much co-located globally in 46 locations across the world. We have about 1,000 people in distribution, so we went into the merger fairly early there, rationalising the distribution team, because when we joined the two firms together, there were almost 1,300 people, across the globe. So it's been going well. The savings have largely been delivered and on target, and clients are now starting to see that the firm has the breadth, depth of capabilities and channels, a strong balance sheet, and a huge array of choice in terms of components, blending those components together from smart beta products through to social infrastructure. So it's been tough. The organisation's in place, and we're now open for business and winning business.
And so having sort of built that platform to move forward, what then are the sorts of plans you have in place across the organisation, whether that's people, products, and I guess particularly for the audience of Investment Europe, the presence that you may have across the Europe region, and again, whether that's skill sets, people, or presence on the ground. What are the thoughts there?
Wow, great question. I mean, if you take the UK and continental Europe and the Middle East, it's the largest conurbation of both investors, distribution, operational people. So we're fully Brexit ready. We have AIF firms in Dublin, Germany, and one or two other countries because of our long-standing property footprint there, where we've been investing and managing properties for many years across Europe, especially Northern Europe. So we are in all the major countries in Europe. We are keen to do even better in our institutional footprint. We are keen to accelerate in our wholesale footprint, particularly in those key markets such as Spain, Italy, Germany. And we're keen also to make sure that we help those firms, insurance companies, for example, or other firms wanting to outsource or partly seek CIO assistance, because we have a very large solutions business. As an example, we run over 200 billion sterling for insurance companies across the globe. So more of the same, but hopefully now things are settled down and we're open for business, will be even more effective.
Okay. And in terms of yourself and how you allocate your time between all of these markets, can you give us a flavour of how you've been managing to stay on top of what no doubt has been quite a, as you said, a tough time, interesting but tough?
It's sort of spent the last 18 months going around the world with the teams and Martin and Keith talking about the merger and, why we're doing it and explaining how we were going to do it so clients wouldn't be unsettled. During that period we've had a difficult performance patch for some of our key strategies, but we're a firm that takes poor performance quite seriously, so we put in a series of performance improvement plans and made a few changes in the teams and the like, and that's now bearing fruit. GARS has had a strong recovery. Asia Pacific equities, for example, where we've had some trouble, with the grain of the market being against us, and global emerging markets are all performing strongly on both a relative and absolute basis. GARS is up, I think, 7% year to date. Asia Pacific is up 3%, performing at almost 7% over in the year, and there's been strong performance elsewhere. So that's been quite good. So what I'm now doing is, because, as I said, we're back to business as usual, trying to put things around our events and our engagement with clients. And so there's a series of client meetings, client events, road shows and industry events that we attend across the globe. So we use those as sort of forcing events for us to then have visits, at a relationship level, but also our investment management level and other levels as well. And with Martin becoming the chairman for the asset management company and the vice chairman for the PLC, we've now got 100% of his time. And Martin's got a huge following. He's very highly respected and liked by all our clients, as is Keith, I should add. So it's a great blessing, I should say, to be able to deploy two very effective and senior guys into these relationships anywhere in the world.
Thanks for the sort of snapshot update, because it's always interesting to get that.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate your time. And if it was a mid-year review for my sons, it'd be doing well, but need to try harder, and that's what we're trying to do. And hopefully, at the full-year report, we'll be able to show that we have tried harder and done even better.